Welcome to the Emerging Lawyer series at the Coffee Counsel show powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is contracts, compliance, and culture. We have with us Fazal Ahmad, General Manager Legal at NES Faircroft. From the corridors of the Supreme Court of India to managing cross border legal processes in the UK and India, Fazal's journey is marked by depth, adaptability, and strategic insights. With a legal foundation from Aligarh University and a sharp commercial perspective honed over years in global organization, Fazal exemplifies the evolving role of an in-house counsel in a globalized world. In this episode, we discover Fazal as a person. So, welcome Fazal to today's coffee conversation.
Thank you, Amir, for having me here. I'm looking forward to this meaningful and fruitful conversation.
Wow. So, let me explain you, Fazal. There are three rounds: professional journey, personal journey, and a rapid fire where you will be in the hot seat. And you have to be witty, fun, and quick. And here's a gift: Legal AI 101, which will be autographed and sent to you.
Yeah.
So, friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation and legal tech evangelist, and author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal startups, SMEs with world class technology and software licensing and tech training solutions. So, my first question, Fazal. You have worked both in traditional litigation and in modern legal operations for corporates. How did that transition come about?
Amir, coming from the litigation to corporate, the transition was tough initially, but there are few things, when your transition is from litigation to corporate, you have to see what litigation was offering and what you are going to get in corporate. Okay, like if we are in litigation, we normally see, okay, as a lawyer you have to be reactive, but when you are coming to corporate law you have to be proactive. Okay, when we are in litigation we normally take client's approach. Okay, what the client is saying. Here in corporate we have to be very much business focused, what is required for the business, what is good for the business. And there are few things which you can carry forward to make your transition very easy when you are coming to corporate. One of the few things which I had, and I suggest most of the people who transition they did, they had that adaptability approach. They were very adaptable. Okay, their analytical skill as a lawyer was good, and they applied those skills in the corporate to make the transition smooth. And one of the most important thing which they had as a lawyer is a problem solving. Okay, this is one of the aspect which you as a lawyer and a corporate in-house counsel, this makes your transition very smooth. If you are a problem solver there as a lawyer, you will be solver here, because the transition is tough always. Okay, the aspect are both are different. Okay, and these are the few things which helped me to make my transition very smooth. And one of the most important aspect which I told a lot of people who came to my team work with me, be adaptable of the situations, of the scenarios. Okay, both are similar. You are applying the law at both places but in a different format. Okay, you have to see that, okay, what you can adopt, what you can leave. So adaptability is one of the basic things which had helped me to come here for the smooth transition from as a litigator to a corporate in-house counsel. That was very good.
Wow. So, let's dive deep in conversation. What are the key challenges of managing global legal accounts and compliances across UK, US, and Indian regulations?
Uh, there are a lot of challenges, if you are working in the cross borders, in a global accounts in multiple jurisdiction, the challenges are, which I can point out on three counts. Number one, there are regulatory differences. Every country, every jurisdiction has a different laws. Okay, and there are operation challenges, managing people and everyone. Okay, how you are going to execute a task or deliver at that time. Okay, so the challenges, these are the two challenges which I normally see. The third one is, maintaining the team in a calm space. Okay, that all the teams are aligned and working in a right way, and the way you had created, okay, to success make your organization very successful. Okay, so in terms of the regulatory differences, we normally see how data protection kind of thing, or anti-bribery laws which are different, okay. And most of the thing, the employment laws of each and every country, okay, they are different, okay. As a head of the general manager legal, looking into these aspects, you have to ensure that all these differences come in a way, okay, where you can resolve and create a simple one line prospect for each and every region, where all your employees, all your team members align individually, comes in the same line of the approach, and apply all the regulations you maintained from for a longer time. One of the ops challenges which normally Amir comes into that, okay, the global process are different each and in every country, okay. You have to be someone who is monitoring all the reportings, okay, reporting in terms of the person and in terms of the delivery of the task or execution of a contract, okay, what is happening, when is happening, and how it is going to happen, okay. All these things, when you see, yeah, challenges are there, okay, you cannot say there won't be a challenge, but as here, as a job which I have normally, I normally ensure that people are aligning on the same line, which helps the corporate or your organization to grow well. That's what I do.
Wow. So, Fazal, how do you approach legal operations efficiency while still maintaining a human ethical lens on decision making?
See, while maintaining all these legal operation efficiency, to see on the human ethical approach, this required a very multi faced approach, okay, if I am talking about, okay. One of the main aspects, when we see that, okay, the time is evolving, AI is introducing, still you have to maintain that human ethical approach, okay. So you have to be process oriented, okay. Your process has to evolve, okay, but you cannot prioritize the machine over a person, okay. Person has to take the priority, okay, while putting the human uh, effect in the picture. You have to see that, okay, you are a little bit empathetic, okay. Unless and until you show empathy, you cannot succeed on the human ethical lens, okay. Even the operations are going, okay, people are evolving AI, machine learnings, okay, there are softwares who can create the contacts for you, but you have to see somewhere that, okay, human touch has to be there to ensure that everything is going smooth in a business, okay. That's how, by creating people, by prioritizing the people, Amir, and putting empathy in line, putting fairness and transparency in picture, I ensure that all the legal efficiency has to come in the human ethical lens.
Wow. So, as someone who's handled M&A audits and labor law issues, how do you prioritize what gets your attention on any given day?
Uh, if I set up the priority on the on M&A audits and labor law, I'll give the priority to merger and acquisitions, because this requires the expertise. Okay, labor law is what we deal with normally with the employees. The internal regulations, can be passed on to someone. But while I am maintaining a priority, I'll put merger and acquisitions and my expertise and prioritize merger and acquisition over all the tasks.
Wow. So, Fazil, in your view, what role does data privacy play in shaping the future of legal departments across global enterprises?
The data privacy is growing day by day, Amir. Okay, we see that with the evolving times, we see artificial intelligence and machine learning. The data privacy is playing a very major role in the legal departments. Okay. Uh, if I'm talking about how it will shape the future of the legal department, yes, legal department has to create the policies, procedures, and being update with the evolving law each and every day. Okay, one of the key aspect here is when you are working in a global organization like me, where you have the expertise in different countries. Okay, you have to see GDPR is not applicable everywhere. Countries have the different data privacy laws. Okay, you have to create your expertise on these things, to ensure that you have the policies in your organization, in your legal. You have the people in your legal department who are aware of all those differences in each and every jurisdiction, and they evolve with each and every day when the law updated or there is a new legislation is coming out, being update with each and every aspect. That one thing a legal department can do and shape a future of their own team and
Wow. So, Fazal, you have worked with startups like Traxin, TVF, as well as giants like Accenture. What's the biggest contrast in legal culture between all these organizations?
startups like Traction and TVF and a joint like Accenture has a 180-degree difference between each other. Okay, while working with the Traction and TVF, you have to be very much business focused. What business wants. Okay, startups are keeping you on the toes each and every day. Okay, at each and every second you have to understand what business you are in. Okay, your timeline of the delivery has to be very short. Okay, and you ensure that when you are delivering is 100% airtight thing you are delivering to your team, and the delivery has to be very much up the approach which business is taking. Okay, aligning with business and law is very much important. But when it comes to giant like Accenture, there is a set process in place. Okay, they know. Okay, there is no scope for improvisement or improvement. Okay, you have to follow the guidelines what has been set by these giants. Okay, you cannot do experiment here. That's the difference I have seen while working with these organizations.
Wow. From judicial law clerk to general manager, what's one leadership lesson that stayed consistent throughout your journey?
Yeah, it was a long journey from the law clerk to general manager legal here. I count that it's been 17 years I'm here. The one thing which I say, which was one of the leadership lesson I learned, from the start till today, continuous learning. Continuous learning, because legal is a evolving landscape. You have to learn each and every day. Okay, if you are not updated with laws or social structures or political or how the landscape in the legal field especially is changing, okay, you cannot be a leader, you cannot shape people, you cannot mentor people. Okay, there are few other aspects also which people put in there, strategic thinking. You have to think very strategically where you want to move, what you want to do, and the last I would say and suggest that one of the essentials in the leadership from law clerk here to general manager legal, integrity and ethics, that is important. These two things you have to keep within yourself, while you are growing in the world and in the organization or in the business, or in the profession. If you are losing integrity and ethics, all the leadership aspect will come inside. These two things you have to carry forward with you till long, long, long time.
So, Fazal, uh, what are some tools, practices, or team rituals that help keep your legal department aligned across geographies?
We normally, if we are talking about tools and procedures which my team are aligned, one of the things I do the the transformation. I introduce AI. We introduce AI to all the legal teams globally. Okay, they have to work in a one platform. Okay, we have to create the contract templates. Okay, that people need to understand that. Okay, when we are working together, we have to work in the similar contract templates. Yes, few things varies as per the jurisdiction, but overall scenario is the same. And one of the most important aspect, when we are already in the coffee conversation, we launched a coffee catcher within the teams. Okay, in our global team. Okay, people have to connect with each other, sit down for a half an hour with a coffee cup. Okay, talk to each other, all the machines, and come aside when it comes to the human approach. Okay, this aligned me to create a wonderful team globally.
Beautiful. So, it's all coffee.
Yeah, it's all coffee. It's all coffee here.
Yes. Good, good. There's another topic which I'll discuss with you or plan something
Sure.
interesting. How companies, sorry, law firms and ये corporate legal teams are creating अपना ये bonding cultures Like camp has something to offer for apna mentorship they have. Then they have that book reading sessions.
Yes.
So many other things apna each one is doing that I've come to know through the coffee. I think so. There is a book to be created. Okay, how talent development and retention activities law firms also doing, corporate companies are doing, but legal teams, law firms, how they are implementing what do you say, talent development activities, fun learning activities,
Yeah.
engagement activities. There have been a coffee speaker like apna Suruchi who does apna events for their apna team members.
Okay.
So beautiful.
You
Okay,
need to
let's.
have something, which can align with the teams. Okay. You need to have this kind of activity. That's necessary sometimes.
Yes, it's necessary. So one of the coffee speakers is an अपना ये advocacy for what do you say, mental health at law firms.
Okay.
Good.
Good one.
So Fazal, who was influenced you professionally and personally?
If I'm talking about influence, it was my father who influenced me personally, actually. Okay. My father was a businessman. Okay. He knew a lot of things, but I saw him, going through some legal cases some of the time. Okay, so as a kid, I used to speak to him. Okay, and where were you? What you were doing? He like I was in court doing some legal cases. Okay, then I used to ask him, okay, do I need to become a lawyer to help you out? He said, yeah, if you can, okay. And when I grew up, this was the one thing in my mind. I was a good speaker, okay. I had that mind which my father blessed me with, okay. So that was the first choice. He influenced me to become a lawyer, okay. When I talk about professionally, okay, when I was going into the entrance examination of the law course, I qualified for two institutes, a legal Muslim university and the Hidayatullah National Law University. So everyone is aware of the Professor N.R. Madhav Menon, who established the national law universities in India. Okay, he was the one I went for, advice where to go. Okay, is it a right move? Okay, to become a lawyer or go into the legal studies. Okay, so he told me, yeah, opt for the legal Muslim university. It's a wonderful place to study, okay, subjective laws. And when you complete your studies, go for the litigation. And he was the one who professionally advised me to be stay in this profession. So these are the two people who influenced me to be here.
And who influenced you to take the transition to come into the corporate legal world?
Ah, uh, there was one person, he used to work in an ad agency. I don't remember the name as of now. Okay, he was 1978 or 68. I am Ahmedabad MBA grade. Okay, so I met him in one of the arbitration in Mumbai. Okay, so he offered me a good opportunity to come to the corporate. Okay, so I was very skeptic. Do I need to make a transition? Okay. Then he told me why the transition is needed at this stage. Okay. You have to go on the bigger platform. Okay. So he was the person. Okay. I met him twice or thrice. So it kept me thinking after a long time. Then I made a decision. So one day, one of the big company reached out to me. Okay. That Fazal, would you like to make a transition? I said, yes, I thought about that. Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay. So I'm sorry, that person, wherever he is, okay, but he was the one who mentored me and guided me to make this transition.
Beautiful. So, Fazal, how has your background in both law and business laws help shape your approach to commercial and sorry, approach to commercial negotiation and risk assessment?
Uh, how this helps, Amir? My business law and the legal operations both help me to assess because I understand the business very well. Okay, one of the key aspect to being successful in these times in a legal, you have to understand what business requirement is. Okay, what companies does, what the core business you are working currently. Unless and until you are having this understanding, you cannot complete a contract, you cannot properly advise to your ops or your management. Okay, so study the business laws, understanding the finances. Okay, understanding all the aspect of employees, labor, and everybody, that makes me a little bit analytical and give a better advice. And that's why these two studies help me to evolve each and every time to make a better decision in terms of delivering to the ops and giving better legal advices to them.
Wow. So, Fazal, uh, NES Fincroft has a strong presence in energy and engineering. How does a day look for contract management and advisory work?
NS Fircroft is a leading staffing company, okay, and it has a very niche presence in the oil and gas sector, energy, and engineering sectors, okay. So when we are talking about the approach, it is a very industry specific approach, okay. Coming from a giant like Accenture, working with the SAS, it was a very big transition. Okay, you have to understand how industry is requirements are in terms of the contract delivery, in terms of the employment laws. Okay, you are dealing with 25,000 contractors globally. Okay, how you are going to advise them on country basis employment laws. Okay, so industry specific regulation made me to understand, to read the country regulations, to make this transition. Okay, this is I created a risk management process for each and every countries. Okay, what risk we need to assess to, how we are going to mitigate those risks. This procedure creation help me to process creation help me to ensure that the risk management operation in any aircraft as a very niche industry goes very smooth. Okay, and one of the most important thing we have to, we created a standard line of approach globally while managing the risk, so that in every country we have the similar approach of handling. Yeah, since the regulatory laws of the country, we align those laws, what we need to follow, what we should not need to follow. Okay, this helped me to create a very smooth legal risk impact approach in any aircraft.
Wow. So, Fazal, how do you mentor your young legal team?
uh, I just have one liner to tell them when I'm mentoring my legal team. Okay, continuous learning and hard work, there is no alternate. Okay, you have to study each and every day. Okay, if you need me to teach you, I train them. I go on a session with them. I teach them how to review a contract. I go line by line, tell them how to redline a contract, how to read a contract. Even if there is a comma and colon, that makes a difference. Okay, so this is how I mentor team for each and every time. Okay, to tell them that keep learning, keep asking questions. Okay, if you have any questions, any queries with regard to the contract reviews or legal advisory, come to me. My doors are open at any time. Okay, ping me, I'll be there.
Wow. So, my last question will be, what advice would you give to, because you have been on the both sides, uh, at Supreme Court litigation and now in-house corporate legal. So, what advice would you give to young legal professionals who want to practice at Supreme Court and someone who wants to join in-house corporate legal team? So, two questions.
Yeah, if somebody is joining the litigation in Supreme Court, my advice would be, this is a long road. Okay, keep learning. Okay, keep abreast yourself with the laws and everything. Read Supreme Court cases, digest. Okay, learn everything. Don't rush for the court appearances. Okay, you will get the court appearances. Okay, but if you are getting the court appearance, you are not aware of the laws, there is no point of appearing in the court. Keep learning, keep reading. 1 or 2 years of the hard work will give you 10 years of the fruitful practice. For the in-house counsels, if they are coming in the corporate, it's a marathon. Okay, stay there. Okay, you can, don't seek like, okay, I need to grow, I have to resign, go to another company. Okay, stay there. Okay, you are going to be here for a long time. Okay, and keep learning. There is no alternate to hard work. Okay, don't be a smart worker. Okay, you will become a smart worker when you become a hard worker first. Okay, keep hard working for 5 years. Okay, you will be the smart worker after 5 years. Okay, when everything, every law, every regulation is on your tips. Okay, so keep moving. Okay, keep learning, keep reading. Okay, there is no alternate to reading in the legal professions. Okay, you have to read each and every day. That's my advice here.
Wow. Okay. Let's go to the next round and understand Fazal as a person. Tell us about your family and formative years, bits and parts you have done in the first round. But we need a complete picture.
My family, was born in Allahabad, okay, in a remote village, okay. My father was a government servant. Then he went on a business, okay. So we moved to Bombay, and we become the inhabitant of Bombay. I studied in Aligarh Muslim University. I did my law there. Okay, after I applied for become a litigator in Allahabad High Court, then moved to Supreme Court eventually. Okay, and this is my family background.
Wow. So, what's a hobby or creative outlet that helps you unwind and disconnect?
One of the hobby I have to unwind myself and disconnect from each and every day's work and stress. I go to gym. Okay, when I'm stressed, I go to gym or I go for a long run. Okay, okay. I'm a marathon runner, so I can run long. Okay, if I'm stressed, I want to unwind myself. I'll hit the gym. Okay, if it is too late, I'll go for a long run to unwind myself.
So, you participate in marathons?
Yes, I have participated in 24 full marathons all over the world. Okay, and my timing is 3 hours 25 minutes for a full marathon.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, there are two, three coffee speakers. So, let's have a fireside chat. Okay, what gets you the kick of being a marathoner? So, let's have
There,
a fun conversation.
there is no kick. Okay, it just came a day.
I'm just
Okay.
joking.
Yeah, in the Amir, this is a very stressful profession. Okay, people think
Yeah.
from outside. Okay, sitting in the cozy AC rooms, we are sitting comfortably. No, it's a very stressful work here. Okay, you need something very in a long term to unwind yourself. Okay, and there is no alternative to running in that. Okay, that's the one thing you can do.
Wow. Okay. So, what's a tradition or festival your family celebrates in a special way that you still hold close to your heart?
Uh, the one festival is Eid ul Fitr, okay? When my whole family gathers in a one home, okay? And after a long years or 2 years, okay, we come to home, we sit down, we chat, we eat together, okay? This festival, I keep very close to my heart, okay, when I'm meeting my family and all my brothers and sisters and their families here. This is the only thing I always cherish those memories.
Wow, beautiful. So, Fazal, if you had 1 week, uh, no work, no calls, what would you like to do and why?
I would like to take my son for a hiking, okay? If I have nothing to do, I'll go for a hiking, okay? Because that is the one passion I always do, okay? It
Mhm.
helps me to connect with the nature, okay? To understand me better, okay? And why I'm taking my son, because I want to teach him, okay? Why this is important, okay? Why you need to unwind yourself from all those stress, no call, no work, okay? Go for hiking. It's a wonderful place. You connect with nature. You speak to the random people. You speak to yourself. Okay, that's what you do there. Yeah.
Wow, beautiful. So, what's a book or movie that has influenced you or shaped your perspective?
Shawshank's Redemption is the movie that shaped me. It changed me a lot. Okay, the
Mhm.
Shawshank Redemption. When I saw that movie, it was some murder mystery. No, it was not a murder mystery. Okay, it was a person's persistent approach to successful on something. Okay, and
Mhm.
he kept doing it. Okay, until he got succeeded to make that plan of his successful. That movie always gives me a kick. Okay, so that keep working. Okay, keep working. you will get succeed on any day. Okay, you have to just wait. There is a time, okay, for everything.
Wow. So if your friends had to describe you in three words, what would it be?
If some my friends would like to describe me in three words, it will be loyal, persistent, tenacious. These are the three words they always describe me with.
Wow. So what are your plans for 2025 personally and professionally?
My plans for 2025 personally, to become more fitter. Okay, I have to fit. I am planning to do an MBA, which is my personal plan to grow in my education standard. In terms of the professionally, I'm looking for to contribute in my organization goals, okay, which I had outlined, okay, at what I need to do. I need to grow in terms of my career. That's my plan in 2025.
Wow. So my last one is a googly one. Describe Fazal in one line.
I'm devil's advocate. Okay,
Okay, good. Good one.
just give a background of this, okay.
Mm,
When I
please.
joined law, one of my friend, who asked me, okay, why you did you join the law? I said, yeah, I just got the admission. Okay, I asked people, it's a good thing. So there is a couplet of Akbar Ilahabadi. Okay, that said,
Mhm.
and he mentioned that couplet to me by laughing at me. पैदा हुआ वकील तो शैतान ने कहा आज आप भी साहिबे औलाद हो गए. Okay, so that word kept that in my mind. Okay, so I created this kind. Okay, if someone needs to define me, I'm Devil's advocate. You need a solution, you need to reach out to me. I'll provide that.
Do you know there's a movie also?
Hmm?
There's a movie, Devil's Advocate.
Yes, I watched that movie. Yeah, it's wonderful to watch.
So, yes, yes. Uh, Both actors, wow, powerful performance.
Oh,
I mean, y- so there is another topic because uh, how she's a hard taskmaster, but she has gone through the process. That's why she wants the team members also to be aligned
light.
with the task. Yeah, the intern is scared, and both are brilliant actors.
Yeah,
Okay, so let's put you in the hot seat, the rapid fire round. Your go-to comfort food.
Maggie.
Wow. A quote or mantra you live by.
Every day is a new day.
Your favorite color.
Blue.
Best piece of advice received.
Keep working. There is no alternate.
Your dream travel place.
Switzerland, the Alps.
Wow. Courtroom thrills or corporate strategy.
Courtroom thrills are always take the precedent.
Wow. Uh, Mumbai winters or ये Bengaluru summers.
Mumbai winters. There is no winters in Mumbai. That always takes the precedent over any other place.
Wow. Especially, I wanted to say something like Mumbai monsoons and
Yeah.
Bengaluru summers. Which one you
Mumbai
prefer?
monsoon always take precedent. It's lovely.
We are Mumbaikars.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, what are your fond memories of Mumbai?
Staying late on Bandra on the sea beach, okay, traveling around, eating butter chicken in car sometimes, that's my memories I have in my early days.
Wow. Okay. Uh, your favorite Mughlai cuisine?
Butter chicken,
Wow. Okay. Mornings with chai or late nights with coffee?
late night with coffee always takes the precedent.
You're on the coffee show.
Yeah, coffee.
Wow. That's caffeine. So you did well. And here's a book which will be autographed and sent to you. So, friends, it was a lovely conversation having with Fazal, how he transitioned from Supreme Court litigation and now at in-house, went with various in-house legal teams and wonderfully doing at NES Fincroft. So this was an episode where you'll get to know how you can transition from a litigation at the Supreme Court, or sorry, from Supreme Court to being part of the in-house, as you've seen both worlds. So connect with Fazal. He will guide you as someone guided him in the past to make the leap. It is a big leap, and he has done wonderfully in this 17 years career, having both sides at Supreme Court, because Supreme Court lawyer is very demanding, and being in general manager at NES FinCorp, that is also demanding because you're having cross-border deals across various geographies, cultures, so many things. So someone who wants to follow the path of Fazal, his details will be there in the captions. You can connect with him. And if you, there are 450 coffee speakers who have shared their inspiring journey. Connect with them and inspire, implement those insights in your life. As Fazal shared, कि भाई, he's watching coffee episodes at regular intervals. So thank you, कि भाई, to Fazal and all the viewers out there who get inspired. Keep watching those episodes because they're from different verticals, international speakers also there. And if you want to be featured like Fazal, visit our website or the Emerging India Forum LinkedIn page, or connect with the coffee speakers who would put in a word and invite you to coffee conversation. As Fazal got a coffee conversation link through one of his friends. So say thank you to that person, and we are grateful that the community is growing, and welcome to Coffee Tribe community. So take care, and we meet with another coffee speaker. Thank you.
Thank, thank you, Ami. Thank you for providing me this wonderful opportunity to discuss all these aspects with you. It's a wonderful time. Thank you very much for being having me here. Have a great day.